I was just sitting here with an influx of thoughts going through my mind. The first one I was thinking about earlier is I have no recollection of when I started to manifest certain things in the physical, because I know for a fact that my mold, like my beauty mark below my nose, is something that was a big thing. Like, I remember people always saying witches have moles and things like that when I was a kid. And I'm like, what in the world? Like, you act like I'm not a witch. I'm a child. I couldn't begin to have, you know, decided to have a mole. Like, what is wrong with you? And I remember my cousin has one too, but hers is more like a Marilyn Monroe situation. Mine is an actual mole. You know what I'm saying? Hers is like a little freckle, like a little. It's flat. Mine is, it raises and it gets big, it gets small, like it's crazy. But anyway, and so I remember when I started having this mole, people started saying things and like trying to prophesy things over me, and I'm like, what in the world are y'all talking about? I remember I don't remember when I got my freckles. I remember the first time I ever seen my actual face, because we weren't allowed to look in mirrors and things like that. My mom would always say that I was being vain if I tried to look in the mirror. And I never understood that. Like, you want me to be presentable, but you don't want me to see what I look like. Like, the fuck am I supposed to know if I'm presentable or not? But she would always attribute it to me you trying to be cute. What the hell? Who would say that to a child? Like, I want to know that I'm pretty, yeah, but that was not allowed in her house. I was never allowed to know that I was pretty. So when I first looked in the mirror ever, it was coincidentally after she had dotted my eye for something. And so I had a black eye, and I jumped up on the counter in the bathroom because I was small. I couldn't reach to, just see it organically. And I just sat there looking at myself because I was so flabbergasted, because nobody around me looked like I did. Nobody else had freckles. Nobody else had auburn, reddish, brownish, golden hair like me. Like, nobody around me looked like I did. I had a shitload of hair. It looked like mane. Like, I was gorgeous, and I never knew because I wasn't allowed to know. And then I was scolded for knowing. And then, my mother essentially started just doing little things to chip away at my pride and my ego and my ability to think that I was pretty. But yeah, man, these different thoughts that I'm kind of going through right now, I didn't think about these things for a long time because, again, I was so in survival that I couldn't think about these types of things. So I'm grateful for the moments that I have when I can think back on these things. They are what somebody else would call traumatic, but they're the story of me. Like, it is who I am and how I got here, and I'm grateful.